Hi everyone, Greg here with Energy Acuity, and today we're going to be focusing on solar projects and how to analyze your target market. We'll go through solar project searching, tracking, analysis, as well as some advanced mapping features associated with Energy Acuity's solar project search. We know that finding early stage projects can sometimes be difficult because the information is spread across multiple sources, platforms, ISOs/RTOs, and each of these different geological regions present different challenges due to the diverse data sources as well as the differing levels of transparency in each source. For most solar professionals, this makes it really hard to analyze their solar projects in their target market, and it can be extremely time consuming and inefficient. But with Energy Acuity, you can cut this research time down by around 90% when analyzing your target market to find projects that perfectly fit your use cases. We do this by aggregating regulatory and permitting filings, exclusive sources, affiliate pipelines, as well as proprietary research methodology from a team of in-house analysts. Let's go ahead and dive in and see why Energy Acuity has the most comprehensive solar project searching in the industry.
Hi, I'm Kurt from the Energy Acuity sales team. We wanted to take a deeper look at how we're actually researching solar projects and how you can actually search for these solar projects. The screen you're looking at right now is displaying about 1,000 results. Let's narrow this down to the topic of choice, being solar PV in the US. You have about 14,000 results here, spanning all statuses, starting from pre-construction all the way through operating, and then we're also tracking suspended projects too for those that are looking for easy acquisitions. So you can really search and sort through all different statuses here. What we'll focus on today is pre-construction projects within the US. You have the ability to really narrow down your search by state, by capacity. Also within the advanced options, you can narrow this down by the ISO region, whether or not these projects have power purchase agreements in place, what the investment range might be, and then also projects too with or without LMP data, which is an ancillary service offered by Energy Acuity. So let's just take a look at some simple searching here. We'll look at pre-construction projects. Perhaps we could look at the state of Virginia out in PJM. So we go down, we click Virginia. We at Energy Acuity understand that you can't really get a good grasp on the industry if you don't start at the project level. And for that reason, we have really granular details, all captured through federally regulated documents, publicly available documents, news articles, things like that, as well as our analyst team here in Denver, picking up the phone, sending out emails to try to understand a little bit more about each individual project, who's involved, what the timeline looks like, things like that. If we wanted to, maybe let's sort this out by the capacity here, take a look at some of the larger projects that's going on in Virginia, all in pre-construction. We do have a pretty active territory down there. We're looking at the, let's say, Spotsylvania Energy Center. Click into this project profile and we can understand a few more details about the actual project, including the estimated investment range, where it's located. You can see it mapped out here on the right-hand side. The project off-taker looks like a commercial PPA in place with Microsoft Corporation, S-Power being the project owner and developer. And then you also have the future production timeline. So they are looking to go under construction the end of August, and it's mid-August right now in 2019. So our analyst team will then be responsible for making sure this date is still accurate when the time comes. We go down and scroll through some of these tabs here, taking a look at some of the other companies involved. Array going to be the supplier. Like we said, Microsoft being the power purchaser of 315 megawatts. So this is a 500 megawatt plant project. It looks like there could be some room for another off-taker or perhaps partial merchant project here. And then we do have some other companies involved listed as active partners right now. These are roles we can't necessarily identify and confirm, but we do know in some way, shape, or form that they are involved with this project one way or the other. Analyst notes going to be anything that we've really dug up about this project, spanning all the way back to October of 2016 is really when we first caught wind of this and have been updating it via the queue, as well as some different varieties of data sources in there up until today here in 2019. Key company contacts on these profiles will give you people that we've identified within the developer or the project owner, as important people to speak to about their solar project and what their business development looks like. We're also linking together the substations that this project is looking to get tied into. Happens to be the Spotsylvania substation. Looks like their primary voltage is about 500 kV. If we click into that substation profile, we also understand where it's located. It's going to be probably pretty close to the solar project itself. It's also going to have some ancillary details on when it went operating, if there's a step-down voltage, maybe even a tertiary voltage here, in this case a secondary being 115 kV, as well as listing any other projects that are looking to get tied into this. We go into the generation projects and we can understand, okay, there's your Spotsylvania Energy Center in pre-construction. There's also 2 other Spotsylvania alphanumerical identifier here coming off the queue as listed as suspended projects, so we can get an understanding of who's in line and give a bit of a weight or perhaps a grade to each individual project based on who's developing it and whose interconnection queue filings went in first. Back to the solar project though, we also are tracking these news articles. Here is your publicly available information. Again, capturing news articles, and then anything that is federally regulated, you'll see anything coming out of PJM that we're taking advantage of here. If we were to go back to the overview of this project though, we can click right into this mapping feature. You can view the project in the map, and then within our mapping feature, you do have the ability to also get an understanding of the power delivery infrastructure in and around a project that you're looking at. Perhaps you're not the developer in this, maybe you're looking for partial power purchase, or maybe you're looking to acquire this project at some point. You want to understand what other substations are around it, what other generation projects are around it, meaning renewable or conventional power, storage projects that might be around it, and then also if you wanted to perhaps expand on this. Maybe you want to tie storage onto this actual project itself. We can zoom on in and actually overlay some parcel data here too. So I'll zoom into the project. I'll put it over to light gray canvas so we can see all the different features that we can add on this a little bit more clear. We'll add in the transmission lines. We'll add in the substations. As mentioned, we can add also the different power generation projects in and around this area to get a good sense of the generation mix-up. Let's pretend that we're a storage developer though, and we want to now see the possibility of adding a energy storage system onto this future project. Right now it's in pre-construction, right? There's your Spotsylvania Energy Center. And you can take a look at some of these available land parcels around the actual project, if let's say you need to go that far. In general, though, we are collecting this information from the counties. Each county reporting this information a little bit differently, but you will get the ownership information, the market value, and different ancillary services here too. Flood zones, and again, each parcel data itself is actually reported a little bit differently depending on what county you're actually in. But this is a really good way, both for acquisitions and also the greenfield side, to find your land and find an advantageous substation to tap into, understand other land parcels around that substation, understand the power delivery infrastructure, and understand the generation mix-up of the entire area.
Thanks, Kurt, and thank you all for joining us. If you need more information, please visit energyacuity.com, shoot us an email at sales@energyacuity.com, or give us a call at 720-235-1296.